All right, welcome all, hit or miss. I'm your host, Night Strike, and hey, happy St. Patrick's Day. And for those of you that aren't Irish and don't have and aren't of Irish descent, we're going to talk about that a little later. But if you are Irish or if you're just Irish on St. Patrick's Day, have a green beer, have a beer in general, sit back, relax, and you hang out with us. So we got an interesting panel this evening. We're not to full capacity, but at least we're at quarter capacity. So let's introduce who we have, and then we'll go through any introductions out in the live chat and get on with the topics and talk about a couple things. So first up, we've got everyone's favorite Pennsylvania and West Virginian, Rich White. What's going on, Rich?
Nothing. And the local Walmart was sold out of the beer stuff, so. I don't know if people were buying it to use as alcohol because they didn't have rubbing alcohol as well, but they were out of that.
Wow, that's harsh, man. That's harsh. I'm sure you got some anyways, and just at home.
No, I really don't drink beer.
No, you're more of an ale guy.
No, if the closest I'll drink like Mike's Hard Lemonade every so often, which is kind of like it's a carbonated alcoholic beverage, so it's kind of like a beer. It's a malt beverage, I think, is what it is.
All right, you know what? I'm just gonna say, okay, just drink one of those. Just kick back, relax. Next up, we got everyone's favorite Duke Liberty. What's going on, Ian?
Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks for the invite. Real excited. We're doing well over here in Michigan. We're bunkered down. We're ready to take this thing on.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I'm ready to go. But yeah. You drinking anything good tonight?
I'm drinking Mountain Dew, baby. I'm making Mountain Dew.
Okay, that must mean you have to work tomorrow. So okay.
Now, is he drinking the soda? Is he drinking the soda Mountain Dew, or what Mountain Dew was a euphemism for before PepsiCo started making Mountain Dew?
No, I'm drinking Mountain Dew.
I don't know,
fountain style.
Yeah. You'll have to ask Pat Sajak because he upped the price of Val's, and that's why it's MTN Dew instead of Mountain Dew. Just saying. All right, and last but not least, we've got everyone's favorite bowler, the Kingpin himself.
What's happening? Nice strike, Duke, Rich, everybody in the chat. Good to see everyone.
Yeah, I'm good. You drinking anything special tonight?
No, I don't mess with alcohol.
Okay. All right. Well, what about Mountain Dew? You drink Mountain Dew?
No. I can't
okay.
Stuff either.
What is your beverage of choice this evening?
Right now, I've got one of those generic original icy teas, but normally it would be a Pure Leaf extra sweet.
Okay. We'll go with that because I'm not gonna blame anyone, but I'm just saying, if you got a beer or you got some alcohol, go ahead. It's St. Patrick's Day.
You like the raspberry iced tea too, right there, Kingpin?
Indeed.
So I just got regular Lipton's tea right now, fruit iced tea version.
Can I rain on everybody's day, like just for a second?
What do you mean rain?
St. Patrick wasn't a drinker. He didn't approve of alcohol either. Just by the way.
Well, I don't care for your lack of festivities.
No, I'm not. Everybody, cheers! Tilt them up. I'm not the wet blanket. I'm just a small drizzle of rain once in a while.
I mean, John, Sandhill Shooter is here, and John, what is it they say about St. Patrick's Day? On St. Patrick's Day, what is it?
The 17th of March.
Oh, okay, yes, but go a little further.
It's corned beef and cabbage day. What do you want from me? I don't know. I just got here.
Yes. But on St. Patrick's Day, everybody is Irish.
Oh. Yeah, on St. Patrick's Day, everybody's Irish. Is that what
Yeah.
is that what I'm supposed to say?
Yes, that's
I
what you're
guess
supposed
so.
to say. You ruined it. You ruined it. You ruined it. Thank you.
So on Cinco de Mayo, everybody is Hispanic. Then is that how that works?
If they want them to be. Yes.
We're all Germans at Oktoberfest.
No, Cinco de Mayo,
It's
everybody would be Mexican.
Oktoberfest, man. Why not?
Cinco de Mayo will be everybody would be Mexican, not Spanish.
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo, that's my anniversary. So that's Cinco de marriage for me. Funny story. It's also my wife's anniversary, same day. Crazy enough.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool that it worked out for you that way.
You know, it just makes it easier. That way we can both celebrate on the same day and we save a ton of money on the party.
You never have to worry about getting either.
Scott P79 out there in the YouTube chat is saying, how do Italians not have their own drinking day? Because Italians drink every day. That's why. They're like
Italians have 366 drinking days this year.
Yeah, it's basically true. You know, and the funny thing is, so do the Irish, because the Irish are always drinking as well. It's just, you know, they just needed to they needed the Americans to create the St. Patrick's Day holiday, so they had another reason to drink. You know, because that's how it is with the Irish. But yeah, so I'm going to explain some things for some non-St. Patrick's Day people that may or may not be named the Rolling Trip out there on the YouTube side, because apparently, because he's Scottish, he doesn't understand, you know, the whole Irish culture and Irish legends thing. Okay, so we're gonna explain for just little old him, you know, what the semblance, what the rainbow and the pot of gold means. Okay, and you know, if you follow the rainbow, if to the end of the rainbow, you're supposed to find the leprechaun's pot of gold. Okay, that's what the signification of the rainbow and the pot of gold with the 4-leaf clover. Okay, that's the symbolism for it. Okay, if you follow the end of the rainbow, you find a pot of gold. Okay, the other one was, Rich, wasn't it? If you caught the leprechaun on St. Patrick's Day, he'd give you a pot of gold too.
You could force him to give you a pot of gold or 3 wishes.
Yeah, there's that too, and that's all legend and, you know, hearsay and whatnot. But again, that's how it was. Okay.
What if I wish for 2 things and then my third wish I wish for a pot of gold? Is that legal?
No. Yeah. You have to.
Okay.
You get one or the other.
I think you should,
Okay.
you should consult a lawyer, Sandy.
You know, instead of wishing for the pot of gold, you could wish for a lot of money, and then you'd be covered as well. So.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, I think I would rather wish for like a pot of ammo or toilet paper or both. Like combination of the two.
Yeah. All right, so that's what that is, and you know, on St. Patrick's Day, you're supposed to wear green because I guess I don't remember why we're supposed to wear green. You're just supposed to wear green. So
Because the leprechauns were green, and Ireland is the Emerald Island.
Ordinarily, you had to wear green because if you weren't wearing green, then somebody would pinch you. But since you have to stay 6 feet away from me, I wore no green today, and you all have to stay back. So, ha.
it's actually 10 feet, not 6.
Okay, well, in the Midwest, in the wherever I am, the Great Plains, I guess this is west of the Midwest, actually in the center of the country. It's 6 feet.
Don't be going and pinching anybody on this day.
Yeah, don't. You know, in the gun community, I would, you know, be very hesitant to pinch anyone just because you might not like what happens after that. So, all right. So there's that. Did anybody do anything for St. Patrick's Day? Did you guys have corned beef, cabbage, or anything?
Nope. My wife made spaghetti, in fact. Couldn't get any corned beef or anything around here. It was all, that stuff was all gone.
John, you have dinner yet?
I went to work. Does that count?
That's what my wife did too. She went to work.
Okay, all right. That I guess that works. All right, I guess we're done with the whole St. Patrick's Day thing. All right, we're done with it.
I will say I prefer my corned beef with sauerkraut, not just cabbage.
No, I'd rather have cabbage and corned beef and with carrots and potatoes, because potatoes is an Irish thing.
The only
Also,
way I'd be eating cabbage is sauerkraut. I didn't like to be eating the cabbage by itself.
All right, so moving on, we're going to talk about everyone's favorite subject that's been going around all freaking week and all last week. All
The
right.
coronavirus?
No!
You guys going to talk about me again?
No.
Are you getting around, Kingpin?
Maybe I should have thought about that before I said that.
No, we're going to call it specifically what its designation is. Was it COVID-19? Right? Call it COVID-19 if we're going to call it
the
anything.
Wuhan flu.
No.
So the coronavirus of 2019?
Technically COVID-19 or 2020, technically. But anyways, so I want to ask you guys, have you guys been to the store lately?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Duke, you've been to the store lately. Tell us about the stores in your area.
Stores in my area, a couple days ago, everything was picked through. Everything was gone. Talking about mid-Michigan. Toilet paper's been gone for days. Got picked up some today. It's been crazy. I mean, people been taking. They're not taking everything now. Now they're just taking weird stuff like the hand sanitizer, the disinfectants, and the toilet paper. It was pretty crazy the first couple of days, but now it's kind of settled down for the most part. People are hearing the fears, the worries, are we going on lockdown? Are we going on martial law? Things like that. But as if you've been prepared for this kind of stuff, you go here and there to kind of see what's going on, but you really get to sit back and just kind of watch things. So it's been strange for the most part.
Okay, now here's the big question. How about ammo and firearms?
Ammo and firearms in our area, the Gander Mountains, the big chain stores, they're cleaned out for the most part of everything, but last I checked was 10 millimeter and some steel 45. They got shotgun stuff left, but everything else is pretty much gone. Some of the local boy shops, the small shops, they still got a lot left, but they're hiking the prices up. I'm worried if this is the new price or this is just the hiked up price.
And
talk about your. You go ahead.
And that leads me to go into another thing. Some stores, even online vendors, are hiking the prices up on guns and accessories and whatnot and ammo, and they're doing it during time and states. There's state of emergencies, and there are specific laws in place to not price gouge.
Yeah. Did you see Coda Boy's video earlier, where he was talking?
No, I don't watch his videos.
Oh man, you should.
There's been a lot of guys that have been posting on that today.
Yeah, the cheaper than dirt. Oh boy, were they gouging like crazy.
They're back to their old tricks.
Yeah, $800 and some for a case of Winchester White Box 9mm. Yeah, they are up to their old tricks and then some.
Right, and I just bought a few hundred rounds. I didn't get like 300 or 400 rounds. I just bought like 100 or 200 rounds of the calibers I needed because, quite honestly, I'm not going to shoot that ammunition. I've got other ammunition here at home that I'm going to shoot if I'm going to go and shoot. But at this point right now, I just ordered just, some stuff that I'm going to have if I need to go out and shoot in the backyard later. I'm not necessarily panic buying. I'm just buying, just kind of what I need to refill my stock. And my point, the point I'm trying to make with this is, it seems to be ridiculous. We went from everyone is buying up all toilet paper and paper towels to everyone is buying up all the ammunition, and everyone's hiking the price on the ammunition when there are laws already in place in these states against price gouging. But apparently some companies are still getting by with price gouging, and it makes me worry about our country if that continues to go on.
Our governor put in a mandate, something, just released something about if there was any price gouging that we were supposed to report it to the government, and they sent a cease and desist order to one of our big vendor Menards. It's like kind of like a Home Depot for you. And those guys got into some trouble today because they were hiking up, was it disinfectant, bleach, and some cleaners, and they got a cease and desist order today. It was in the news. So hopefully, people like this. I mean, I get it's illegal, not illegal, whatever. But we need, as consumers, we need to remember this. So we need to remember when this is all over that cheaper than dirt shouldn't get our business, because in times of desperate need, they're just going to hike up to an unreasonable number, and that's the real issue. So we need to remember as consumers, when it is time to buy later on, hopefully down the road, when things calm down, that, hey, I'm not going to support you because in our time of need, you kind of tried to screw us over.
Right. So I'm going to go through the room. So I'm going to ask everyone these same questions. So, Rich, you're next. Have you been to the store lately? Have you been to the ammo store lately?
Yeah, it was just at the gun shop this past weekend and put my birthday present on layaway. And we're going to be picking that up Thursday evening. And they had plenty of, and I bought a bunch of ammo too. And they had plenty of ammo. Whatever caliber you wanted, they had it. So that's not an issue here. The issue we've had is out-of-staters coming and ransacking our Walmart. But that seems to like it's slowing down because they actually had toilet paper in stock and stuff today. So
yeah, okay. So you're good on ammo, but people keep taking your toilet paper.
Yeah, they keep taking our toilet paper, Lysol, and hand sanitizer.
Best 2 out of 3. Kingpin, how about your area?
Yeah, I went to the grocery store like 2 days ago to get, snacks and stuff for my work. And there was still, a bunch of the, bread and cheese and milk and all that kind of stuff was gone. And they had some water, but it's usually Aquafina, and that's always a little like the highest price. So there was plenty of drinks there, plenty of other food there. But Maryland's been closing stores at 9 o'clock to prevent, the wipeouts and stuff like that. So there's still a lot of people doing shopping, but the shopping's more of a regular everyday scene now.
Okay. Now, have you been to your local gun store or gun shop that you buy ammunition from?
Generally, I don't buy ammunition from a store. I have different places that I get it from. But I did go into my localist gun store today to ask them about reloading equipment. And there was a bunch of people in there, maybe 4 or 5 people, which at one time, 4 or 5 customers in this store is quite a bit. And it seemed like they still had everything, but I really didn't pay much attention. I just asked the guy behind the booth some reloading questions.
Okay. All right. Sandhills, you been in the store lately?
It's been a few days. Last time we were there, though, the toilet paper aisle was as barren as all the pictures you see on social media everywhere else. I was kind of surprised to see a big dent in the refrigerated section on the egg shelves too. There were still eggs, but Walmart is usually pretty well stocked up for eggs, no matter when you go in. And I bet over 50% of the eggs were gone from the shelves in the cooler there. So that one kind of surprised me. I didn't realize that many people were actually planning ahead and getting actual staples, things to cook with, not just raiding the frozen pizzas and whatnot. Other than that, it wasn't really that crazy. I don't think a lot of stuff was kind of picked over, but not too bad. The pasta's gone, a lot of the pasta sauce and that kind of stuff. That's, I think, kind of normal everywhere else, too. I haven't been anywhere that sells guns or ammo lately to see how that's looking around town here. One of my friends that's got a gun shop about 20 miles away actually has something waiting for us to go pick up. Hopefully we can get there this weekend and get it, but he is getting pretty well picked over for what he's got on hand for ammo. So I expect that if he gets restocked, it's probably going to cost him. What's that?
Is he the guy you go to normally in person for ammo, or do you go to another shop if you have to get it?
I have not had to buy ammo since Walmart announced that they weren't going to stock it. I'm still shooting on that. I haven't had to replenish since then. I don't get out to shoot near as often as I ought to, and not near as often as I want to, but I shoot maybe 100 rounds when I go out, maybe not even that, of 9 before we switch over and just have a lot of fun with the 22s and stuff. So, and that still looks like it's pretty well readily available. But I have never bought ammo from this shop yet. Well, I take that back. The first time I was ever up there and found it, I don't like to walk out empty-handed when I took time out of his day to, kind of show me around. So I bought 1 box of hunting ammo. But aside from that, I haven't had to buy ammo since whatever day that was last summer, last fall. So couldn't tell you. I don't keep my thumb on the pulse of the ammo situation too much around here until it's, gets time to. I'm getting kind of thin in the supplies.
Right. I just mentioned this is I was I made another trip to PSA today, and their ammo shelves are looking kind of empty today. Some accessories too. Some of the apparently people are buying the exploding targets a little bit more, which is nice because every time I go in there, the shelves are usually full, but they're at like half capacity right now. So. I just mentioned this because I go get ammo from PSA locally because it's either buy from them in store or buy from them online or buy from somebody else online. I mean, because I don't buy ammo at Walmart anymore because they stopped selling the ammo I use. I mean, they won't even stock the 308 Tula anymore. They only stock that hunting 308, and well. I'm not going to pay, $30 for a box of soft point for 20 rounds. Sorry, but I'm not going to. It's not going to happen. I'm only using full metal jacket in that rifle, and I'm only using steel case ammo because there's no point in using any other type of ammo because the fluted chamber in that gun. Just no. But, I've been to several stores in my area as far as what's going on with the toilet paper situation, and I don't buy more than I need, and it's just caught me as ridiculous at how even now I went back to Walmart, I went to all the other stores in my area, the shelves are still barren. Apparently, every time they get their stock in, somebody circles the pallet of paper until they stock it onto the shelves, and then it's gone. So I know we've got some FFLs out there. You got Stan from SS Pawn is out there. Stan, if you can, could you tell us how your store's doing on ammunition? if there's been any panic buying in at SS Pawn? You know, or is everybody just kind of chilled out there in your neck of the woods? So we'll wait for him to respond, but it's just it's ridiculous, and now I've heard that everyone's unfavorite online retailer is price gouging again, just like it was 2013 again. So good for them. And I say that sarcastically. So apparently Stan at SS Pawns can confirm panic buying is going on at his store. Well, all I can say, Stan, is at least you're getting those sales and you need. That's all I can tell you, man. I'm glad that you are getting some business. You're getting a lot. I'm glad you're getting a lot more business because of panic buying, but it's unfortunate that panic buying is happening. But it's not unfortunate that you're making those sales. So, good on you, buddy. But, yeah. So, C4 Defense mentioned the two guys in Tennessee that went and, basically these are two guys in Tennessee went traveled over 1,300 miles to a bunch of stores in the United States to buy up all the Sanic alcohol wipes and hand sanitizer and toilet paper in the areas to try and hawk it online for 2 or 3 times the price. But they got swatted by Amazon and eBay and other online retailers by telling them they couldn't price gouge because price gouging laws were put into effect in some states, and if those companies are in those states, they have to abide by those laws. They were price gouging and they got caught for it, and they couldn't hawk it. So, I saw that article, C4 Defense, and that article was just hilarious. That that they got smacked for doing it. And here's the thing: I'm not against people trying to be capitalist or entrepreneurs or anything. It's just I don't like price gouging. Price gouging, shows that you're only in it to make that extra freaking dollar that you really don't need. You just kind of want the money on it. You're being greedy, more or less. We got an update from no, they still are, Sarge. You're right on that. The Stan from SS Pawn is out there saying that he can't even reorder anymore. I assume he's talking ammunition because distributors don't have any, nor do they know when they would get any more in. I assume you're talking about ammo, Stan, but if you're talking about accessories and other stuff too, let us know, all right? Keep us updated on the SS Pawn situation because people want to know. Because it is gun news. Believe it or not, it's gun news. Is 2 Live Moo here? No, 2 Live Moo is not here, so we can't talk about that security guard. So, okay. Stan says he is talking about ammo. Okay, so. But that's ridiculous, Stan. That is ridiculous. So. Ghost Shadow saying at Night Strike, price gouging is common in Alaska. Shop pays $125 for car glass, turn around and charges customer $1,200. Is that with install? Because some of that might be install. So, anyways, all right, Kingpin, you said you had a topic you want to talk about tonight.
Not exactly a topic, but just something that's pretty gun related. Totally gun related and super cool. I don't know if everybody else knows him, but NEPA Gun Talk, Northeast Pennsylvania Gun Talk, good friend of mine from here on YouTube, is doing a giveaway, and it's pretty massive. He's given the grand prize is a $500 gift card to PSA. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the link in the chat. make sure you go over there and check it out, see what the rules and regulations are. He's real excited about doing it, and it's pretty cool. So, especially right about now, he's trying to get to 1,000 subs. He's about 800. So, right about now, where money's tight, 500 extra bucks at PSAs seems like a pretty good deal to me. Plus, he's a super cool guy and fun to be around. So, go check his channel out. I'll leave the link in the chat.
All right. Awesome. Everyone check that out. What other topics can we talk about tonight?
Want to add something real quick, if you don't mind?
Hey, go ahead. If you got something you want to add or something you want to talk about,
I think this is a really I think this is a really important time for people to understand. This is a great opportunity for you to have a positive discussion about the importance of the Second Amendment at times like this. Not the time to get your tinfoil hat out in front of other people, but it's a really important time when you're talking about. I mean, they're in my hometown. The police are no longer responding to all calls. They're only responding to in progress calls. That's not a huge concern, but that's a step in a very disconcerting direction about people being able to defend themselves. So this kind of branches off further than the Second Amendment, but the importance of owning guns, the importance of being able to defend yourself in a situation. These are really good times where people are starting to freak out and wonder, and this is a time where you can have a positive impact on somebody's life with having the right proper conversation about pro-gun rights.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, Sarge can't be everywhere. He can't protect everyone as much as he'd like to.
I get it. They've got to do that so that they don't respond to a dog barking call and end up catching corona. I get that, but it's just a thing that people need to be aware of. And hey, being able to defend yourself is a great thing.
Yeah. So, again, I'm not trying to induce panic or cause panic with this. We're just telling everyone calmly that if you need more ammo, if you need more essentials, go and get your essentials. But again, I'm telling you right now, and this is Night Strike's opinion. So the views and opinions of Night Strike do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the panelists, nor the YouTube chatters out on the live chat. But I'm saying this: don't buy more than you need. I mean, yes, prepping is one thing, but do not buy more than you need in this situation, because odds are it's probably only going to be a few weeks where we're going to be inconvenienced, and then life is going to continue like always. And in a few weeks, if something happens and life doesn't continue like always, then you can tell me, Night Strike, we told you so. And I'll say, okay, you got me. And we've got visual recorded proof right here on YouTube of me saying this. So, guys, just chill out. Also, gals, chill out too, because, same thing. But, anyways. So, what else? What else is going on? What else is going on? I'm trying to come up. I mean,
I saw a video from Guns and Gadgets earlier tonight that said that they're gonna possibly have Massachusetts first sanctuary county or city, one of the two, something like that.
Yeah.
He was pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I got something in the mail today. I thought it was a little late, but I figured I would share. It is gun related, but I don't know why they bothered sending this out, even though they canceled it. But let me see if I can get this working. All right. I'm gonna go and put my hand over the address. But yeah, this is funny. All right, is it working? Can you guys see me? No, it's not working. Why is it not working? Virtual cam start. There we go. There we go. You know, but look what I got. A little late, don't you think? They already canceled that, but they sent these out anyways. Isn't that ridiculous? I think that's funny. So
When was NRAM again?
it was supposed to be the I think it's the third week in April.
Oh, so it's still a good, say month away, right?
Yeah, but they already canceled it.
Yeah, I know that.
It was the third. It was the third weekend in April. But again, they canceled it, but they still sent these out, and I'm like, well, why did you guys bother sending this to me? You already canceled it.
Yeah, when do you remember when they sent them last year? Is this about normal, or did they have the opportunity to not mess this up?
I don't know, but that's another thing. For those that don't know, or those that haven't been keeping up, Wanamaker, the Wanamaker Arms Show in Tulsa, first weekend in April, has been canceled due to the COVID-19 epidemic or pandemic. Excuse me, the COVID-19 pandemic, and again, as I was showing the NRA Nashville mail, that has also been canceled because of the same pandemic. Though I was still kind of wondering whether they would have it or not, considering the tornadoes that went through the 2nd and 3rd of March, a few weeks ago, because it went straight through Nashville. So I was wondering if they were still going to have it, but apparently the NRA was still planning on it until this just kind of blindsided us.
Yeah, I got a email from the Parks and Recreation in the county I live in, and all your parks are closed now. The shooting range, the one public shooting range that we have is closed. So,
That's awful. That is awful. I mean, I don't know if anybody's checked out my Instagram, but I've been in the process of refinishing some of my shooting targets that I got from Ohio 45 ACP. He gave me some shooting targets, and like a normal farmer, I've just been letting them rust away outside as I've been shooting them. And the other day I went and got a grinder. I went and got the sanding wheel and a wire brush wheel for the grinder, and went and grinded them down and got as much rust off as I could on them. And today I've been spray painting the rust conversion paint over it. Where it turns the rust and the paint into a primer. And then I've just been spray painting the targets gray. And I'm thinking about getting the Rust-Oleum red paint I've got and making a small red circle in the middle of them for a semi-board. What do you guys think about that?
you like shooting steel target better than paper or plastic bottles and stuff like that?
I like both.
I'm sure you do. Which one do you like the most? What's your favorite?
I like shooting. I like the satisfying ping from shooting targets, though.
Yeah, I've never shot steel yet. I plan on getting a plate for this summer.
It is game changing shooting steel, in my opinion. I just started. My father-in-law built a range on his land, and we started shooting out there, and he put some steel targets up, and it is drastically different than shooting paper. And I never had done it before, and it was awesome. So anytime I have a chance to shoot steel is way better than paper.
So that's what I'm doing with those targets. I haven't done the red circle dot on them yet. So, but when they dry tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, I'm gonna take some pictures and throw that up on Instagram and whatnot.
How many years? Obviously, if it's steel, so it's not gonna last forever. Even though you live in a pretty decent climate compared to like where Rich and I live at. How long do you think a steel plate would last if you go shooting once a week? Like every Saturday, you go out and shoot 200 rounds.
And it's how you keep them painted. But I used to take mine down when we lived at the other place. When we had the range stuff, I would take the steel targets down and take them in the house when we were done shooting, so that they wouldn't be exposed to the elements.
I may do that. I may do that too. But again, I had to refinish them because they were getting really, really rusty. I didn't want them to get ruined. So I took care of that. And if anyone is complaining that we're not talking about a lot of gun news, there hasn't been a lot going on other than the pandemic right now. There hasn't been a lot of gun news going on. So, I mean, unless I've missed something, has anybody come across something that's happened in the last day or two that we need to tell everyone about?
I already said all the stuff I know. Guns and gadgets in the Sanctuary City, and then I'll mention it again. Go check out my friend NEPA Gun Talk. Super awesome giveaway.
So, that's about it right now.
Ohio 45 ACP is saying, I guess, that they canceled their primary in Ohio today.
Yeah, I heard that they canceled the primary. I saw videos on that, or not video, but I saw the news report on that.
Yeah, DeWine canceled it, and then a judge tried to fight it, and DeWine was like, "Fight it all you want, it's canceled."
Yeah.
He won.
I don't necessarily like the fact that they're doing that, but at the same time, I understand that they're trying to combat the virus, but again, if you're gonna cancel or reschedule it, you'll let everybody know when and where it's gonna be rescheduled first. Because if you cancel them all together and you don't hold them, then you're taking away the voting process and you're taking away the rights of the people. And I'm not
necessarily. Primaries aren't constitutionally guaranteed. It's the general election that's actually a constitutional guarantee. Primaries are at the whim and will of the political parties themselves.
Right.
Which is why you'll have some states, they'll go from having a primary one year to having how did they do it? Convention, they called it in West Virginia when they decided a few years ago, and they decided they're not going to do that again because of all the backlash. So it's up to the political parties how they want to do it. If they don't want to have a primary, they really don't even have to. They can just have a bunch of people in a room say, nope, we're going to pick this guy as our delegate to get all our delegates from this state. And that'd be the end of it. There really is no constitutional guarantee for a primary.
No. Well, I don't like the fact that people aren't going to get their chance to vote. Whether their vote meant anything or not is not the point. The point is them going out and being able to vote. That was the whole point.
Preliminary vote, though, it's like a fake vote for the party, not a real vote for the country.
True, but taking away the option of voting in itself just seems wrong. Whether it meant anything or not, that's besides the point. Taking away the people's right to vote, it just seems wrong.
I guess we're worried about the word right, though. So, yeah, I mean, everybody wants everybody to be able to vote. It's just that in this case, I don't think it's a right. It's just a nice convenience to make it easy.
Yeah, basically the political parties throwing the people out there a bone saying, here, yeah, we'll let you vote for them, even though they don't have to. The party can nominate whoever they want.
Now, come November, they start messing around. I agree with you 100%. Then you're talking protected structures or whatever, right?
Right. All right. Well, Sand Hill Shooter's jumping out. He's getting ready for the Get Off My Lawn chat. So go check that out. So, but other than that, yeah, there hasn't been a lot going on for me to go over. So, we can end it early if you guys want to, or we could go and talk about something. G-Webs, you got anything going on you want us to know about?
I think tonight we're going to dig into the positive stuff that people are posting online to keep kids' heads in the game and positive instead of the doom and gloom from people that want to profit off the doom and gloom.
Okay, so and that's on the Daily Gun Show, right?
Yep.
Okay. What time are you doing that on? Yeah, have you got a time down yet?
I think we're gonna maybe do it at midnight Eastern.
Midnight Eastern. Okay. Because I know sometimes you've not been always at a specific time. It's just kind of whenever you're able to.
That's pretty much midnight Eastern.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah,
check out the Daily Gun Show.
done 1 or 2 shows, G. I mean, you should probably try to step up and do a few more.
I realize that like 70 out of them have not been on time, but that's not that big a number in that big scheme.
Only 70 of them? No, I'm pretty sure there might be 100 of them or two.
Okay, 200. I'll give you 200.
All right. We'll split it down the middle. All right.
One-sixth of them.
Yes, 1/6. Anyways, Kingpin, you got anything going on? You want everybody to know about? Keep people informed about, other than just what you said earlier.
No, everybody just be cool, be happy, and when you're arguing with your friends, remember they're your friends.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Right.
They don't talk about this stuff constantly, right? They're not like comfortable with these topics. They're freaking out, right?
Well, we're having a calm, civil conversation, and I think we need to keep doing that. Otherwise, we're just going to be like everyone else, yelling at each other, and I don't like yelling at people if I don't have to.
By the way, Ohio 45 ACT just put out there that they moved the primary date back to June 2nd.
Okay, so you are going to you are going to be able to vote. It's just going to be in June instead. Okay, good.
For your candidate, your primary.
For your primary, yeah. So that's good to know.
Now today I planned on going live and doing something that isn't, doom and gloom, but I wasn't able to, so I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So I'll be going live tomorrow during the day to do an alternative to the craziness. Talk about robots and movies.
All right. So remember, guys, if you're listening to this for G-Webs, you are the resistance.
I hope everybody knows that.
All right. Rich, you got anything going on? Anything you want people to know about?
Almost every Sunday night, unless something comes up, we have This Week Unloaded over on the Unloaded Media channel between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern start time. So check that out. You never know what we're going to talk about. And last show, we pretty much did not talk about coronavirus. So if you want to listen to something that nobody was talking about coronavirus for once, go over there and check that out and, listen and have a good time and not have to hear about coronavirus every 5 seconds.
Awesome. All right. Ian, you got anything going on you want people to know about?
Yeah. I want everybody to just relax a little bit. This is America. We're going to take care of our problems. This ain't nothing big. We beat the Nazis. This is nothing. So everybody needs to calm down. Second of all, people need to remember that this is a great opportunity to have a positive discussion about the Second Amendment and gun rights during this time of turmoil. People who have never thought about owning a firearm are now thinking about and contemplating owning a firearm. So this is a great opportunity. for us to step in and have a positive encounter with them, very calm demeanor, but explain to them the importance of it. And this could be a very huge swing that we need in the right direction. So remember that, and be safe and take care of your fellow neighbor. That's all I want to say.
Dude, that was awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And
talk about opportunity when they see the confusion. Like I've seen some memes making fun of it, but they're like, "Oh, I thought you could buy guns online." Like, "Oh, what do you mean I got to fill out a form?" Like, "What do you mean I'm not able to buy a gun?" You know, this is an opportunity
Exactly.
that we've never had.
Yeah, and people who have never ever thought about saying like, "Hey, I should be able to defend myself," are now thinking that because they're scared. If they see us in this calm demeanor and explain to them why I don't feel the same way you do, this can be a powerful impact on them. And they're going
Seriously.
to remember because they're in a moment of crisis right now, and they are going to remember a lot of conversations that they have. So, guys, just make sure it's positive, and man, we can really make some great steps.
I love it. And like add that to what Kingpin said, you know, don't try to do it tomorrow. Don't try to do it this afternoon, right? Do it in a week or two when they can still remember it fresh. But I was just watching Instagram talk about 4473s at gun shops are taking, 8 hours on the phone to get 20 4473s approved because everybody's swamped, right? So when they say, "Oh, but what's the big deal about background checks? What do you got a problem about background checks?" Could we ask for a better opportunity to explain why background checks are a bottleneck when it's important, and why these things are preventing people from? Anyway, we have potential here that we've never had before. Love it. Thanks for bringing that up.
yeah. All right. Other than that, guys, check out guntube.org. And with that, we're done. We'll see you guys later. So thank you all for watching. This was Hit or Miss.
Shall not be infringed.
Bye.
Adios, Felicia.
Das vidanya.
Das vidanya, Felicia. What else? Listen.
You gotta say your line, man. How do you turn this damn thing off?
I know how to turn this off. I figured it out. I finally figured it out, but why isn't it working? How about now?